Hello, welcome to Lachelle Reads. I'm Deja, and today we are going to do round 2 of my 5-star predictions. Before I get into this next round, I did want to just recap what happened the last round. So I'm going to go through each of the books and just tell you what I thought of them or if I even read them because I did not read all of them. So the first one that I have is Daughter of the Moon Goddess. This one I did read, but it was definitely not a 5-star read for me. It was very disappointing to say the least. I did not get the angsty love triangle that I really expected when I was reading it, and I also just feel like it was just a little too perfect in that like the main character was like too perfect. Like there didn't really feel to be any stakes in the story, so I just found myself kind of bored. So yeah, that one was definitely not a 5-star read. The next one that I have is the Eos Key. I did not pick up this one. I really wanted to, but as you'll see with like another book that I'm currently reading, I just don't think I'm in the mood for it right now. And same with Darknesses. I also did not pick up this one because I'm just not in the mood for it. And the one that I'm currently in the middle of is Dark City Omega. This one started out super strong for me, but the problem that I'm having is that I'm a mood reader. And so, like, the last 3 have been more romantic leaning, and I am so tired of romance right now. Like, I am finding myself reading these fantasy romances or just like these paranormal romances, and all I'm caring about is like the actual paranormal elements of it. Like, I do not care about these romances, and Dark City Omega is definitely one of those. Like I said, the beginning started out so strong for me, and that was because we were really building up this world. And then as soon as like the first like romantic sex scene happens, like I am slowly losing interest. I don't want to fault the books for this because this is the struggles of being a mood reader and trying to have like a TBR. So Dark City Omega, the Eos Key, and Darknesses are just gonna have to be put on hold for now. I'm DNFing Dark City Omega for now because yeah, I'm just not in the mood for it, and I don't want to hurt their chances of being a 5-star read for me. And the last one that I have is 25Z, which is a great segue into my next round of 5-star predictions. So 25Z, I have already started it. I'm 100 pages in, and so far so good. So I'm going to move this over to the next round, and I do want to say that I'm moving this one over, and I would have moved over the other ones if I was in the mood for them, but I'm thinking I'm going to make it like a standard practice that if I don't read them in the first round, I'll move them over unless like my mood really is going to prohibit them from being a 5-star read, because I don't really want to force my reading to be a books I'm not in the mood for. So this one I'm still in the mood for it, so 25Z is definitely moving over to this next round, and it is very interesting so far. I'm really liking the main character, Alistair. Like, I really like following him. It starts off very action-packed, and it's almost leaning heavy sci-fi for me, so like I get lost sometimes because they're talking about like these electromagnetic like things, and I'm just like, I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on, but they're kind of like superheroes, and they're trying to stop the end of the world. So I'm having a good time, so I'm going to keep this on this list. The next one that I have is The Binding by Bridget Collins. This one I am definitely looking forward to. I really wanted to get to this, like, whatever. I read the portrayals. I don't remember when that was, but I love the portrayals by this author, and so I'm definitely looking forward to The Binding. This one I don't really know what it's about, but I feel like I'm going in with like the right kind of mindset because the portrayals I also didn't really know much about, and I ended up loving it. And I feel like this author has like these premises, but like to try to explain what the book is not really going to do it justice for what it actually is, or like the experience that you get reading it. So yeah, I'm just going to put The Binding on here, and I'm really hoping that this author's other book is also a 5-star read for me. And then a book that I have been putting off for years at this point, The Obelisk Gate. I need to continue this series. Honestly, I don't know why I still haven't, because the 5th season was like my first 5-star in like so long. I read the 5th season in 2020, I think, and I just really loved being in this world, and I just really love like the literary like devices that N.K. Jemisin used when she wrote this book. So I am excited to continue on in the series and just see like where the story goes, because the way that the first book left off, I'm like just very curious to see like where this book is going and like how the series is going to end, because I've heard like little talks and it makes me even more intrigued to see like how does this actually show up in like the book. So definitely reading this book. The next one that I have is The Spear Cuts Through Water, and this one I don't know much about, but I know that there's gods. I know that this author's writing is also very praised, and I just know it's going to be like giving me those fantasy, maybe even like genre blending elements, and I'm so excited for this. Like I feel like it might give me Upon a Burning Throne vibes, and I have been itching to reread that book because I have been in such a lackluster like fantasy mood that these books are just not cutting it for me. But I think that this one could be a 5-star. Like I really do. Like I've heard nothing but great things about it, and I'm just so excited to finally read a Simon Jimenez book. And the last one that I have is also kind of a genre blending book, and that is The Principle of Moments by Esmie Jikiemi-Pearson. This one I think is a blend of sci-fi and fantasy, so I don't think it's going to be like hard sci-fi like 25Z, but I think it's going to be like science, like in that like they're in like space and stuff, but they're going to be like more fantasy magical powers, and I always like that. I don't know why there's not more books like that, but I'm excited to see like a black cast with that. I'm hesitant to put this as a 5-star because this is the author's debut, but I'm just so hopeful that this will actually be a 5-star that like I'm just going to keep it on here because I want it to be a 5-star so bad. But that wraps up all of the 5-star predictions for my round 2. I'm kind of disappointed with round 1, just that like I wasn't in the mood for like a lot of them, but I think it's for the best that I like put them down for now, just so I am not actually like forcing my reading, and just so they actually have a fair chance to become a 5-star. But this next round, I am definitely in like a sci-fi fantasy mood, so I am definitely going to be getting to these. I'm crossing my fingers because yeah, like I'm excited for all of them, and I just know that they're all going to be great. Fingers crossed. So yeah, but that wraps up the end of this video. I really hope that you have enjoyed it. Please let me know if there are any books on this list that you have enjoyed, or maybe some that you didn't enjoy. I would definitely love to know if any of them were 5 stars for you and how you would think that I would think of them if you read any of them. If you don't want to do that, you can also just leave a birthday emoji, because Joshana actually told me on my last 5-star predictions that it was her birthday on the day that this video posts. So happy birthday to Joshana, and we'll put a birthday emoji to celebrate her because she's one of my favorite YouTube channels. So yeah, again, I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!